Hello everybody and welcome back to another Overwatch video. We're going to be taking yet another close look at the patch notes and kind of diagnosing what's changed. As you can see already what's going on, we're going to be starting off with the biggest change, or at least what a lot of people consider one of the biggest changes, which is to Symmetra's teleporter. Now, there's quite a few things. The first clip you saw was in the PTR and the changes. The second clip is the live server, and you can immediately tell it takes a lot longer to jump between them, and you can also notice another key feature, which is I have to place the portal back down, while in the new PTR version I never have to do that. Anyways, you guys continue watching and let's get straight into the patch notes. So with Symmetra's teleporter, these are the key things. It now lasts an infinite duration until destroyed. Players can destroy their teleporter with the ability to input. Cooldown now starts when teleporter is destroyed. Cooldown increased from 12 to 15 seconds. Maximum range increased from 25 meters to 30. Teleporter breaks if the entrance is more than 40 meters from the exit. And last but not least, teleporter reuse time increased from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. Okay. Whew, let's get into this. So, the first thing, the very first point, which is it being an infinite duration, is the most important point, and this is the honest truth. This will allow you to use Symmetra's teleporter in a whole new light. As it stands, you have to throw the teleporter to extend to get your turrets in a special spot while staying far away, or to teleport in or out of combat, but besides that, it's a little bit restricting because in the end, it didn't last long and it's going to disappear. But now instead, you can put it in an advantageous spot for your team and they can continue using it over and over until the enemy takes it down or you decide to delete it yourself and replace it. This just kind of means that Symmetra is supposed to be a tactical hero in her kit, and this really gets to push that home. Originally, you had to use it in very situational positions, but now you just have a lot more free will in how you decide to use your teleporter, and I'm sure you can get a little bit more creative with it than I did with my examples. Now, the rest of the points are kind of nerfs, I assume, to counteract the infinite duration buff. So basically, the cooldown now starts when the teleporter is destroyed, not immediately, which means you have to wait till someone takes it out, or you delete it, wait the cooldown timer, then replace it. No big deal, I think it's just a fair balance change so the teleporter isn't always continuously up. The cooldown is increased from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, which is quite a hit actually, so again, a nerf just because now that it stays forever, you have more time before you can replace it. Makes sense. However, the maximum range is increased from 25 to 30 meters, again allowing for more tactical plays, a lot more spread out teleporters in order to pick very advantageous spots. And the next point is that the teleporter breaks if the entrance is more than 40 meters from the exit. This is basically just so let's say you're in Volskaya Industry and you place the entrance on the ground and the exit on one of those floating moving platforms. If the floating moving platform moves the exit 40 meters away from the entrance, it'll automatically break. It's just to prevent a lot of cheesing. That's mainly the reason for it. And the last point is that the teleport reuse time is increased from 1 second to 1.5. A little bit of a nerf of how many times you can enter and exit the portal, but it's not too big of a deal. So overall, this does give Symmetra a nice buff. Her teleporter is stronger mainly because of the unlimited duration and goes a very long way in creating new strategies. However, I'm no professional Symmetra player, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this enough for Symmetra? Did she need a buff? Does she need a different buff? Is this more so just a change and not a buff? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below and I'll be interested to find out. Anyways, moving from there, let's look at some other patch notes which will hit the live servers on Tuesday. So one of the biggest ones that I won't spend a lot of time talking about is the general update in which global ultimate cost has been increased by 12%, which literally just means everyone's ultimate is going to take longer to come up, which is kind of insane, and not a lot of people have talked about it, but a lot of people are aware of this change. This is going to completely overhaul the pacing of the game. Ultimates within team fights are going to be more spread out. Since the match time is not changing, it really is going to change the pace of the game. Last minute ultimates are not going to happen, and it might make you think twice about when to use your ultimate. And considering ultimates are so impactful in this game, like they literally decide the game, it's going to be super interesting to see what this change does. Another general change is that friendly and enemy slowing effects will no longer stack. Instead, movement speed will be reduced by whichever effect, friendly or enemy, is the slowest. This simply means if Mei is slowing me and then I run into a Symmetra turret, I will only be affected by Mei's slow, not Mei's slow plus Symmetra's slow. That's because Mei's slow is just slower. So I'll be affected by the greater effect. I hope that kind of makes sense. I think the way they typed it is the best way to explain it. You basically can only get affected by one slow, but this doesn't apply to general CC. If Brigitte shield bashes me and then McCree stuns me, I will be stunned for both duration. It's going to be interesting. I think this is more of a quality of life change, and I think it will go a long way, and you will feel its effects when a bunch of people are on top of you trying to slow you down. From there, we have a update to Orisa and her protective barrier. The cooldown is increased from 8 to 9 seconds. Wow, that's a big nerf. I'm just kidding, it's maybe not enough. I mean, Orisa is a very, very strong hero, and one of the main reasons she's even so strong is because her protective barrier is always on the ground. It's always deployed. It's like a permanent shield. By the time you break it, her cooldown is already gone. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna fix much. She needs a bigger nerf and a different nerf. I think that the cooldown... Okay, hear me out. This is my proposed changes. You guys are, of course, free to completely disagree and hate me on it. That's completely fine. It's just my opinion. My proposed changes are only my opinion. The cooldown should actually be decreased from 8 seconds to maybe 7 seconds. So her protective barrier is only on a 7-second cooldown. But the cooldown does not start until the current barrier is broken. It sounds fair. It means she puts down that barrier. Once it's broken, the cooldown starts. There is 6 seconds or 7 seconds of no Orisa shield for you guys to push or for counterplay to happen. Within those 7 seconds, if nothing happens, she places down that shield. Maybe that's a little bit too long, too much counterplay. Maybe it should even be like 4 or 5 seconds, her cooldown, but it only starts after the current protective barrier breaks. Because as it is, she places down the barrier. The new barrier is back before the current one's even broken. That's what happens most of the time. So I'm not sure if increasing the cooldown by 1 second will do too much. Maybe if it increased to 10 seconds or 11 seconds, then there's enough time to break her barrier before the next one's up. I'm not too sure. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I'm being way too harsh, or maybe my proposed change doesn't make any sense. I'm open to discussion. This is what makes these videos entertaining. The next change is a minor one, which is to Doomfist. His quick melee no longer pauses his ammo reload, and it's really a quality of life change to Doomfist. It is a small buff in the sense of you can now quick melee as it's reloading. So overall, it is a buff. Actually, not even a small buff, a pretty good buff. Of course, not big by any means, so I don't know if I'd call it too small, but I wouldn't really say it's a big buff, but it's nice. It means you can shoot 4 times uppercut melee, and you would have still reloaded 1 or 2 by then to shoot more. I think it's good. I think it's going to put Doomfist in a little bit of a better place. Last but not least, we have a change to Ashe, and I'm actually extremely excited for this change. This is the reload time per round is decreased from 0.3 to 0.25 seconds. Now, it's very small on the surface of things because it's only from 0.3 to 0.25, so only literally 0.05 seconds is shaved off, but it does add up considering it's per round. So every time she loads a bullet inside her gun, 0.05 seconds is shaved off. So you put that on 12 ammo, 10 ammo, 8 ammo, it adds up. And it's a step in the right direction because Ashe is so fun and she's quite the powerful hero, but she can be extremely, extremely restrictive, especially in the lower tier brackets. When we're playing ranks, you can get caught out reloading, not much you can do. The end. Game over. So because of that, I think this is a step in the right direction. I love Ashe. This is the one thing I hate about her is her reload speed. So I'm happy about this. it will feel good to play her. It'll feel better to play her. But anyways, those are all the patch notes I am going to go over for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, hit the like button. Let me know which change you're excited for in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. It means a ton, and I really do hope you guys enjoy these style of videos. If you do, again, leave a like. I want to see the positive feedback so we can make more of them. They're fun to make. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.